We're certainly in uncharted territory here, dealing with a threat that's unique. It's a threat and an emergency situation that we cannot see, smell, or touch. But we're here today to show the residents of Hamilton that we're united, both the township and the school district, in how we're responding to this ever fluid and ever changing situation here. So let me start with where we are presently. As of 3 o'clock today, we still do not have any presumptive positive cases in Hamilton Township. We are in constant communication with our health officer, who's also Kristen Reed, the health officer for the County of Mercer, as well as the State Department of Health and the CDC. Recently today, the governor put out additional information on avoiding large gatherings, public gatherings of 250 or more. We've also received advice from medical professionals here in Hamilton to avoid meetings, conferences, closed meetings of 50 persons or more as well. So where we are right now. One of the first things we did today, and I want to thank the Hamilton Township St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee. We met with them earlier today, and we were all in agreement that the St. Patrick's Day Parade here in Hamilton is postponed to a time to be determined. We make that decision together and united out of concern and abundance of caution for our first responders who both worked the event and participated in the event, and the thousands of people here in Hamilton and from around Mercer County and this region who attend that event. We made that decision earlier today before the governor put out his guidance, but we followed the governor's advice on that as well, because obviously that parade generates far more than 250 people. I also want to thank, with the parade, Mayor Dave Freed. I know he'll be putting out a statement shortly as well regarding the Robbinsville St. Patrick's Day Parade, and we've been in constant communication, he and I, over this week about what each town is doing, because obviously one town affects the other. We saw the presumptive positive case out of Robbinsville earlier this week, and I know Mayor Freed called me soon after he got that notification to let us know that was coming. So I really appreciate that. What we're doing in terms of other township events. So our State of the Township, which was scheduled for next Thursday, that is postponed indefinitely as well. Obviously, that goes along with following the guidance for both closed and large public gatherings. I want to just take a moment and thank all the residents of Hamilton and all the employees that we have in Hamilton. This is obviously a very scary time for lots of people, again, as we confront an emergency that's both unable to be seen, unable to be touched, unable to be smelled. And the people in Hamilton have acted with nothing but the calmness that they are being advised to by both federal, state, county, and local officials. So our residents are doing a great job. Just as effective, our employees in town are doing a great job. Every day we've been talking with our different department directors. They've been filtering that information down to their employees. Our employees, we put in a procedure yesterday. Any employee who has a doctor's note that may, or a physician feels they may have the coronavirus, they are self-quarantined. Provided they provide us with a doctor's note, they are able to take leave for as ever long as possible without having to use their sick time. We're just allowing them to stay home so that they don't come into work. Finally, our departments are finalizing their continuity of operation plans. We don't know how long this will go on, but obviously we want to assure the residents of Hamilton that their services, their emergency responder, first responder services, our sewer department, all the operations of government will continue, but it may be modified. So with that, we're asking the residents, unless you need to get services from the township, if you don't absolutely need to, please don't come, because we want to keep our residents safe, we want to keep our employees safe, and should employees need to take off for any reason, it'll help us be able to manage the workload in the township. So with that, I'd like to now turn the podium over to Dr. Rocco from the Hamilton School District to explain what's going on with our school district. Dr. Rocco.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Martin. I'd also like to echo the comments by the mayor I'd like to thank the township, the mayor, the health department, all the first responders. We've been in constant contact with everybody throughout the last 2 weeks, and I thank you and your team for the work that you've been doing, keeping us informed and us keeping you informed. A little bit of information about Hamilton Township Public Schools. We have 11,729 students in 24 buildings, and we have over 1,000 certified staff. With that in mind, my faculty and staff started a little over a week ago preparing for remote learning. What that means is that in the event that we have to cease regular classroom instruction in our schools, we will be able to provide instruction to our students outside of the schools. That remote learning will include 2 areas. The first will be 83% of our student population will be able to do their learning online. So our teachers are preparing for, at this point, 2 weeks worth of lessons of online learning. The other remaining 17% of our students will be able to do learning in a more traditional manner, in which students will be taking home textbooks and activities. Our staff is a very professional staff. I have full confidence in our faculty, our staff, and our administration to make sure that our students are cared for. I'd also like to echo the comments that the mayor said about the actions of the community. Our school community has been wonderful. Our parents have been very responsive and positive to the changes that we've had to make. As of 1:30 this afternoon, I put out notice that all large events, proms, plays, other activities like that will be postponed. And I use the term postponed because it's our intention, should things change in a month or so, to try to reschedule those important events to our students. Besides for that, we will continue regular operation of the school district should we not be able to teach inside of the schools. That means unless we need to close the school for a specific type of cleaning, we will be operating with custodians, maintenance, administration, and some support staff. Staff will be able to work from home or come into the school if they so choose. It will be their option. We've been communicating with the community through various newsletters, various letters, various links to resources like the CDC. That's on our homepage. We are imploring our community to please update their email addresses and their phone numbers in our instant alert systems. We're also asking you to please follow our social media feeds and our website. We expect to keep that updated on a daily basis from this point forward. That will be letters from me, from my senior staff, and from the community at large as necessary. And you can get that right off of our district website at www.hamilton.k12.nj.us. Thank you.